Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tom Talks. I'm back off my holiday. Hey, sorry there hasn't been one in the last week. I genuinely couldn't think of anything to talk about, to be honest with you. But we're back, and I'm just going to be talking about my holiday. The review of Prague and Budapest. Now, Prague. Let me tell you about Prague in the Czech Republic. It is beautiful. I'm not one who goes on holidays much for sightseeing. But even I was like, holy moly, there's fucking Hogwarts up there. Like, I remember this one building outside our apartment. Just crazy good. Crazy good. Like, I was like, how did they even build that? These days, people can barely build a road. And that's on the ground, let alone a decent house, you know. And, you know, there's these castles and towers and just the roofing, the architecture, the attention to detail, the stone faces in the walls. Like, I was absolutely just in awe of how this was done, you know. Now, my friend Jack, he says a lot of other European cities were like this before the war, which makes sense, you know. But wars getting bombed and being rebuilt, not the same as they were before. So you really do see some buildings that are untouched from years and years gone by, and you're like, wow, that is amazing. And Prague was that through and through, you know. There wasn't any dead zones. It was all just beautiful to look at. And as I said, I am not one for a city break or a sightseeing holiday. You know, my parents go, hey, you want to go to Italy? I'm like, no, not in central Italy, no way. You know, maybe a few like cool islands there, but nah, not central Italy. The Colosseum, nah, I'm good. Leaning Tower, nah, I'm good. Eiffel Tower in France, I know, I'm good. But even I was like, wow, Prague is beautiful. But I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back to Prague. I feel like it's a one and done trip, you know. I was there for a few days. Monday to we'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then left early Thursday morning. To fly over to Budapest, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The one thing, everyone was telling me how nice Prague was. Friends, family, even my teacher at my acting class, he was like, "Yo, Prague is brilliant, really cheap beer." And everyone was saying how cheap it was, and I can confirm that is incorrect. I mean, I don't know if it's because I was right slap bang in the centre, but oh my god, I thought I was broke. You just to see the prices, you're like, blimey, this is real expensive. Another thing in Prague though is the museums, and we went to a few museums. Went to the Sex Museum, which was hilarious. Went to a beer museum, which I did not enjoy, and in general of museums it sucked. And then went to a torch museum, which also sucked. And my biggest regret about Prague is on I think the final day. We went further outside of central Prague, and there was a natural history museum. Like, it looked like one at night at the museum, and it was closed. And if we hadn't gone to the Torch Museum, we could have gone in there, and it looked amazing. And we couldn't go, and you're just like, I can't believe this. I mean, there'll be a vlog on the Clips channel of the holiday, but I was just kind of smacking my head a bit, going, oh, bloody hell, how's this happened, you know, oh, well, blimey. But yeah, other than that, Prague was brilliant. There was a train restaurant where they would bring you drinks, your beers, your food, your burgers. Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, I just really liked the apartment. The favourite part of the trip for me in Prague was actually when me and my mates were in our apartment watching Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay, because I absolutely love that apartment. The two mates that picked it, they absolutely smashed it. It was absolutely brilliant. It was high up. I don't know if you call it a penthouse, but it was at the top of the building, had balconies that looked out onto the main city, and it was just the best. But anyway, next up is Budapest in Hungary, which was a head scratcher. I'll be honest with you, because when we arrived in Pest. If you didn't know, Budapest is split up into two sides. On one side of the river is Buda, that's on the left side, and on the right side of the river is Pest. And we stayed in Pest. The hotel was brilliant. They were, I think, the best bed I've ever slept in, to be honest. However, Pest was meh. It was like the slums. It had some great spots, but it was more or less the slums. A lot of homeless people, unfortunately. I don't know if this is my autism noticing this, but a lot of amputees there, and oh jeez, 10 times the amount of sirens than London. Like, it was just non-stop, 24/7. The last day, the police were outside our hotel taking a picture of a rock. Like, I was confused. I didn't see any damage via the rock, so God knows, God knows. However, Buda, oh, you cross those bridges and you're on Buda, you're in a completely different world. Alright, Pest is dirt cheap, but Buda, yeah, it's average. It's normal. It's not expensive as Prague, but it's still paying a fair bit. But for what you get, is absolutely brilliant. Buda is so clean. It's modern, but it also has the history factors, especially Fisherman's Bastion. I recommend you go look that up on Google Maps or on Google or anything. Fisherman's Bastion. We ate at a restaurant there with the view of the Parliament down below. Oh, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Buda is, if you're ever going to go to Budapest, I recommend staying in Buda, 100%. Unless you're on a budget, then Pest, and you can always travel, because the trams are, I think, £1 or $1, or, you know, they're not expensive at all. So, yeah, I definitely recommend staying in Buda. If you're more for the nightlife, which some of my mates were, then yeah, Pest is the place to go. But man, Buda is beautiful if you're there for the sightseeing. To which I was like, you know what, Prague's opened my eyes, and Pest, because we were in Pest for the first day, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. This part sucks. And obviously, you paid money for the flights and the hotel, and you're like, I want to make the most of it in this country. So I made sure I went over to Buda. And it was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't recommend it enough. But yeah, what I would say is stay tuned for the vlog on the Clips channel, Tom for the Clips. I'm back now, so hopefully back to weekly episodes. So yeah, let me know if you've ever been to Prague or Budapest, or if you're planning on going, and I want some questions, or any other places you recommend me going. I've got my eyes on Switzerland later this year, going on a hike. Switzerland's a beautiful place, and I want to breathe clean air, as they say. But anyway, thanks gamers, and take care.